All right, everybody, what's good? This is the Rabbids Go Home crew coming in with an all missions race. I hear y'all. So glad y'all got up for this. I super appreciate it. We are going to do a race of all missions on the PC version. We'll explain a little more what that means later on. But to get introductions out of the way, I am Jaxler. I'm going to be one of your two runners today. And if you two want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Vaen. I'm going to be one of the other Rabbids in the shopping cart, and we're also joined by a wonderful commentator.
Hi, I'm LunaticJ. I'm going to be another Rabbid in the shopping cart, and I am a Rabbids enthusiast, and I am excited to commentate this hard slept-on speed game. Like, this game is goofy, and it's also just the perfect length. It's not too long, yet not too short. Just under an hour long, and you're in for a treat. This game is crazy.
This game cooks. It's so ridiculous. So, to give you an overview of what you're going to see, we're going to be doing 16 different missions on the PC version as quickly as possible, by any means necessary. So we have a specific level order that we're going to go through. We'll kind of explain the methodology behind that. But I think we're good to go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So time is going to begin as soon as we hit level select. But LunaticJ and also, I guess, the crowd, if you'd like to help count us in, we're going to start from 5 and get started on go. You ready?
I'm ready. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, good luck.
Good luck, homie. So we got a little bit of a cutscene here at the start. Let's go, bingo. So I would best describe this game as a Mario Kart platformer, which sounds really bizarre, but we're two rabbits in a shopping cart, and the base plot of this game we'll kind of get into in a second. We do a little bit of a cutscene here, skip here right at the start of the run just by scooting over the top because they didn't make the ceiling big enough. And we're going to get introduced to a couple of characters. We're going to see a lot. This is Barney and Nurse Betty. They have like... We're bringing back the romantic side plots, I guess. This is like a whole thing. But LunaticJ, would you care to explain, like, what is this game about?
Okay, so the Rabbids are sleeping in their home, the junkyard. They're taking a nice nap on their light bulbs, but then they see a big glowing orb in the sky. It's the moon, and they think that would be the perfect spot to nap. We gotta go home, the moon. So they decide the best way to go to the moon is just go break into the city and just steal all the humans' junk and build a giant junk pile to the moon, which is what the Rabbids doing because they're collecting all these small objects in the levels, and there's a big XL object at the very end, which is what the levels are focused on.
Yeah, so because this is an all missions run, we actually don't really care all that much about picking up the objects themselves. Our goal is just to get to the end of each mission as quickly as possible by any means necessary. We're doing a little bit of a corner cut here by using the bois attack to give us a slow fall state, which allows us to cut that corner and skip some of the intended platforming there. And then we're going to be seeing the first example of something called wind stacking. We're going to mash the pause button as we go up and over this vent, and that's going to give us extra height to get, I think we both hit it. Nice.
Yeah, nice.
So that's going to get us up and over a cutscene, which saves about 7 seconds, I believe. And then we're going to see another example of it where we're going to use it to get up and out of bounds. And this section is going to look really cool. So we're just going to lock in here for a second. We're going to get a lot of height here. Pause, mash a bunch. We both get up and over. That's going to get us into the next room. And then I do something right there called a 180 turn where I let go of the run button as soon as I land from the ramp. That's going to cause me to instantly pivot and get back to full speed a bit faster. So I will be going for something here. I like never get it in a way that's fast, but we'll see. Nah, it was a little early. We'll talk about elevator proxies a bit later. But we're chilling here for a bit. We're just doing kind of some of the intended puzzles. The way that this all missions is structured is we're starting out with the 4 missions that don't allow us to do Mario Kart mini turbos. We get those out of the way early so we can kind of get you all, I guess, desensitized to the nonsense that goes on in this game. I mean, literally, we're 2 rabbits in a shopping cart. We're yelling at people, and we yell at people, and that removes their clothing off of their personnel. And this is our first XL object. This is going to be Barney in the bubble bed. LunaticJ, would you care to explain how this level gimmick works?
Yes, so at the end of each level, you'll grab an XL object. Sometimes the level ends immediately, but a lot of the time you have to carry it back to the extraction point. The bubble bed is a unique XL item because it has an ability to allow you to have 3 jumps. So you get like 1 jump and you like have a floaty jump and you fall down pretty slowly, and it allows you to take these big cuts across these buildings. But because it's kind of slow and floaty, we want to have as much ground movement as possible when we're doing these bubble bed sections.
Yeah, a lot of these bubble bed areas are like low-key a lot trickier than they look, just because like you want to like minimize that airtime, and it can be kind of hard to tell where you're gonna land. You're also gonna notice that there are like 6 Capri Sun ads on this building to the left here. This game released in like the Respect the Pouch era of Capri Sun, so they're
Yeah, be sure to respect the pouch.
yeah.
everybody.
Don't forget. Hashtag pouch watch, hashtag Ripbozo. But while we're getting kind of towards the end of the level here, LunaticJ, would you like to go into like why we're playing on the PC version and like what the difference is between the Wii version and this?
Right, so the Wii version is a full-on structured single-player game with an ending and a story where they have like over 30 levels and you progress through each level as you get higher in the junk pile. And this game is more structured like a demo because it's a strange release. This is an abandonware PC game that was released only in select European countries, sometimes broken apart across several discs in case of Poland. But this is like the 1-disc release, and it only has about 16 levels in it. And you don't have to collect objects because there's no progression. It's just a list of missions, and they're not even listed in the order that they were in the Wii game on the menu, which is why we're kind of scrolling the menu weirdly than just doing them all in order as they're listed in the PC version.
Right.
So that's why we're doing an all missions run. And it also turns out to be just a perfect speedrun category length because the Wii any percent's like 2 hours long.
All right, so we're getting to the next level, nick of time here. You can look on the painting here. You can see the spitting image of Joe Biden. Everybody
It's
say hello, Joe
uncanny.
Biden. All right, so it's not Joe Biden, but very, like you said, very uncanny. Anyways, we're gonna pick up this water jug here. It's not really seen in any of the other levels in this port, but we're gonna use it. It kind of auto locks onto people. You just kind of throw it in their general direction. We're gonna strip their clothes, and then we're gonna move on to
Yeah, we're gonna look for an elevator proxy here going on.
Yep.
So we're gonna hold a specific angle, hold the run button, and then try to bois. Oh, I got it. Oh,
Got it.
nice.
You got-
So
you have a little
I like shoot forward during the cutscene there. And that's because instead of like the elevator actually moving you up and down like in real space, it just teleports you from one room to another after an animation. So you can actually make use of that in order to like get a ton of speed. And right here, we're gonna do what's called a wiggle clip. The game will give it to me. There we go. And then we're going to go right over here.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Okay, I think what I'm gonna do here, it's gonna take a long time to kind of get back there. I'm just gonna kind of wait for you to
Yeah.
go back, and then I'm just gonna go back in.
Yeah, so
But-
that's something we kind of agreed upon going into that, because there's a couple of skips that are just like, so whenever you fall too far out of bounds in this game, there's no like void out mechanic at all.
Yeah, you're boned.
You're just doomed.
You're completely doomed.
So for like the spirit of the race, we're gonna go ahead and like, I'm gonna get to the end of the level here. There's actually, funnily enough, there's an even harder way of doing that, which we've kind of dubbed Joe Biden skip, because you skip going past Joe Biden. But
It's so tight.
yeah.
You just pretty much cut that corner like
Yeah.
after you clip into the elevator. It's super.
Yeah.
It hasn't been hit in a run.
Yet, but we'll see how that goes.
So into the next level, shop till you drop. This level is built in an interesting way where this first upcoming area is right above the end level trigger, and in all these levels, the end level trigger is always present. There's no real like clear condition other than just hitting the end wall. So we're gonna use that to our advantage here. I'm gonna go past these cans here. I think Jaxler's slightly ahead of me by like half a second, but you're gonna see here, we're gonna push up against this gate here, and we're gonna try and pretty much do that same thing we were doing in Nick of Time, where we just wanna-
Nice, I got it, okay.
Okay, nice, you saw it there. I got it too, okay.
Okay, we both got really good.
All right.
That can be really inconsistent.
Yeah.
So, nice.
Very,
nice.
very good.
That level is really long, because it's like, I think like the second level in the game casually, and it's like, you don't have access to your turbo yet, so this is the last of the 4 levels in this port that does not have access to the mini turbo mechanic. So once we get past Whacker Rabbids, like the run is gonna like start snowballing in terms of like speed potential. So coming up in Whacker Rabbid here, there's not too much to note at the well, I guess, does it make sense to start setting up for Whacker Rabbid skip?
I believe so. I mean,
Yeah.
first off, we got this security guard. We take his badge so he can't clucks out, and then
Yeah.
we finally figure out who let the dogs out after all this time. And obviously, you know, we need stuff. Those dogs count as stuff. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go pick all of them up right now.
And all of the roast chicken that's on their person
Yep.
too. So we got the Chihuahua fight here. Our goal is to kind of sit in the corner. They kind of work like the boos in the Mario games, where if you look at them, they get scared. So I think I have one more. There we go. And we have a very specific lineup that we do, and we listen for audio cues to know when kind of that last Chihuahua tends to be the tricky one. But we're going to attempt to do something here called a ramp proxy in order to You'll see. I won't spoil it quite yet, but this is a pretty flashy trick.
A little silly.
I didn't quite get the tilted part, unfortunately.
Going for the tube. Nice.
Nice.
All right, so that skips having to get any of those red pipes that you would normally have to get to build to the exit.
Yeah, but it's a really tricky thing to nail because if you miss it and fall in the void, you fall for a long time and have to play through that first section all
There
over
we
again.
go. I finally got the
Hold.
boost. Okay.
Hold.
Yeah, there we go.
Good. No one failed it. That's nice.
We're so back.
We're
Alright, so
also
we're getting
so
into
back
rules
with
for
a really important announcement. Sorry to cut in.
Oh, no, go for it.
Go for
We
it.
have just opened our first bonus game of the event. It's The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh, let's go.
2 players, 1 controller. We've got that at $75,000, and we need to beat that by the start of the run. So chat, this is a 2-for-1 donation period. If you donate towards the upgrade Warp Tank Gold to Cherry or upgrade to all light levels, which we really want to meet soon, then you'll also contribute towards that bonus game. Let's get some amazing donations in for Rabbids. I am loving this. Oh, and did I mention I went into this game blind? So I'm hearing things like Joe Biden skip and yell to remove clothes. It's incredible.
Oh my goodness. So,
All right.
while we're here, actually, LunaticJ, can you cover what's kind of going on with the movement here?
Yeah.
Yes, so now they're playing levels where they're allowed to charge up a boost while moving in their cart, and that allows them to release a boost when they charge up enough sparks, and this is used for a movement tech Jaxler just did, and you're going to see all throughout the run, called bois boosting. So by getting a boost off of a ramp with that boost, and then bois-ing after you leave the ramp, you get like an extra bit of momentum and allows you to cover more ground. The bois are so useful because you can use it to air stall, you can use it to cover more distance, and you're going to see it up ahead. It's going to use it to just clear wide gaps, clear fight triggers, even like skip gates for faster lines and faster movement. Oh no,
Missed that one.
there.
Gonna have to go all the way around, but yeah,
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a precise timing to get it.
Yeah, but bois boosting is just a really great tech because it's so versatile. You can use it in so many inclines all throughout. Like, I want to see if Jaxler hits this bois boost over here and gets over the railing.
Best of luck.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice. I'm going to go for an out of bounds here and try to bois boost over the gap. I can't believe that. Okay. That's
Nice.
you have to do a really weird timing on the bois boost there. And then there's going to be one strat that we're going to see in the third Sandra section that if we go quickly enough and do a specific bois boost, we can actually just lock Sandra out of traversing past the gate, which causes a boundary blocker to not spawn properly. And so we can just pass right through it, and that saves us even more time. And then I'm going to go for a bois boost right here. There's technically ways that you can skip both of these lobber fights, but they are incredibly difficult. And the second one in particular can cause you to fall through the world, which we saw happen to Vaen earlier. And as you can expect, restarting a level this movement heavy and this long would be really brutal.
Damn.
Oh, not quite. So
Almost cut it.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit of a time loss there because getting past that first gate with a bois boost saves so much time.
yeah,
You
we'll
don't
see if
have
I
to
get
go
this
around
here.
them
I think
quickly.
I'm on pace.
Nice.
So I hit the bois boost. We're going to shut the gate behind Sandra. This is going to
Oh, yeah.
lock her out because she has collision for some reason. So that also allows me to bois boost off of that. Nice. And then this is going to take us... Hey, look, it's Joe Biden again. We're going to go ahead and grab the desk here. Something we haven't mentioned as well is that per the rules of the community, as soon as you see the wall break at the end of each of these missions, you are allowed to leave. So we're going to be just hopping into Bubble Bed Bonanza here. We've got a pretty lengthy cutscene here at the start of this mission before we go into a bit of a tricky bois boost that you'll see. So Satan, this would be a great time to pop in. Hopefully you're not completely traumatized by this game yet, but we'll see.
Yes, absolutely. I am here. Also, I wanted to correct, it's actually not a 2-for-1, but that doesn't mean you can't split your incentive between the bonus game, which we want to see. Let's get that Breath of the Wild on schedule and all of our other amazing incentives. And we've got some absolutely incredible donations for y'all. We've got $25 from Hasfar, who says, this run really reminds me of the 1979 masterpiece, The Wall.
I love you, Hasfar.
We've also got $25 from Shovel Claws, who says, so proud to see 2 of my best friends on the stage, especially Vaen, who is so deserving to sit next to one of the all-time greats on stage. It's everywhere.
Thank you, Claus.
All right, so we just, so I think I got it first try
So,
and
yeah, it
Vaen
took
got
me
it
a couple
second.
tries, so.
It's pretty tricky. You need max distance in order to hit it, and then I just completely completely whiffed. Oh my God, give me a boost charge. Getting a boost charge sometimes is like really obnoxious for no reason, so I just completely threw the lead I just picked up.
Yeah, you're really gonna drift in a certain way.
That's actually a fight you can also skip with one of those wiggle clips that you saw us do in the nick of time. But you have to do 2 of them, and it sucks. So nope, no thank you.
Yeah, much better to just go for the consistency.
Yeah, that's kind of like an interesting theme between like the two of us as runners. Like Vaen tends to opt for like the more consistent approach, but I tend to go for like the really like risky stuff because it's fun
For the fans.
for the people.
Yeah, Jaxler likes to go big and Rabbids go home. Oh, or rather go big
Is that
or
gonna
Rabbids go
miss?
home.
That's tragic.
You missed a bomb.
I missed a bomb unfortunately, but I got a quick backup, so we're chilling.
Yeah, we're about even.
Yeah. But pretty much like any weird like raised bump in a surface, basically anytime you like dash that puts you in an airborne state, you can wall boost out of. So you're gonna see me attempt to do one out of this vent here with a really funky camera angle, just like that. And then, hey, look, it's the bubble bed again. We get to see the entire storyline. Great line from Barney here, by the way. Yeah, this is a video game that released.
Yeah,
So-
this is just peak 2009 right here. Oh, I thought you got.
So I got
triple
two.
there.
I got 2 for 3. So there is a clip that you can do to skip this. I have hit it before, but I'm kind of the race is really close right now. So I'm just like for the sake of the vibes, I'm just like trying to keep it close.
Yeah, throwing more wall clips into the mix is just
It's the devil's errand.
like that NPC I ran past.
Oops. But yeah, we are going in for another one of these here. We're gonna be so we're gonna see some of the boost tech come to play here, LunaticJ, if you want to cover that.
Yes. So an additional mechanic of the bubble bed, now that we have the boost ability, is that if we boost, we get a slight pseudo jump where we jump a little bit higher, especially if we boost off an edge, which allows us to conserve one of our 3 jumps, so we can use that to take even tighter lines. Like, see, we didn't even have to use a jump there. It's really, really good at managing resources when you do that.
Yeah, something to note while you are carrying a large object is that you kind of become a lot heavier, so you do have to drift a bit differently. It becomes a little harder to get some more wall boosts. Just something to keep in mind when you're trying to go fast.
Like the cows that we'll see later. Yeah, we're gonna get some cows. They are also notorious for being really annoying to blah boost and like boost tech with. So we're just gonna be chilling here for a bit while listening to some banger tunes. This is one of those games where if you like hear a song in the background and you're like, is that? Yeah, it is that.
It is.
That would actually be a good time to read a couple donations.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got $10 from Wojo42, who says, the Rabbids are building a pillar to the heavens? Call that a tower of Bwabel. I'm a sucker for puns.
I appreciate
I absolutely love it.
I see the vision.
And I've also got $5 from Osborne, who says, if there are 1 million Jaxler and Vaen fans in the world, I'm one of them. If there are 1,000 Jaxler and Vaen fans, I'm one of them. If there are 100 Jaxler and Vaen fans, I'm one of them. If there are no Jaxler and Vaen fans, it's because I'm dead. Good luck, runners, and let's go divorce your friend.
Divorce?
Let's go divorce. Let's go divorce. Found you all ready for divorce? Let's go.
Can
That's
we
not
get
till
some
later in the run,
divorce
though.
That's not till, like, the-
donations
like
to
a
go to
fourth,
upgrade
we'll
one
do
day?
Divorce.
Let's do
We're gonna
it.
go kind of quiet mode here because this is one of like the most. This is like the second to last level in the game on the Wii version, and it has some of the trickiest movements. So I think we're just gonna let LunaticJ kind of take over here.
All right, so we are chasing this cow on a truck, and we are going to be taking like some really tight movement. You're going to see a lot of blah boost off of these ramps going through this building here. There's even going to be like some out-of-bounds shenanigans, and we have to make sure to avoid these oil slicks as well, because oil slicks remove your boost charge, and also it's just really slow. Okay, Jaxler, can you hit this blah boost right here? This is a big
That's
one.
good? Yeah. Nice,
That's a
nice,
huge one. That's a huge one.
That's so hard.
Yeah. That's an able to get these blah boosts are a lot harder than you think they would look, because they just kind of look like a simple boost off and you just time your blah, but no, there's a bit of a trick to that. And now we've got a bit of out of bounds.
That one's really risky because if you're just too far to the right, you void out.
Yeah.
Or you have to reset. Yeah.
So Jaxler is going to do some Mario Kart DS snaking along this road until the road collision like disappears over there, so he has to go back inbounds to just travel through the restaurant again and doing some more blah boosts. Yeah, got some.
Yeah, this whole movement section is pretty sick. There's also a out of bounds that we're gonna do that's been in the game for a while, but like we thought was slower, and then Vaen timed it and it was like, hey, this saves like 3 seconds, and it's like, okay. So we're gonna bois boost off of that ramp right there. That's gonna take us out of bounds. And then there's a bit of geometry that we can also bois boost off of here. That's kind of where the time save comes from, just like that.
I'm on 1 health, by the way. I got
Oh my God.
Ooh, that's scary. Okay, take it safe with the cactus.
Yeah.
Oh, right here. Oh, okay. Well, actually, you're doing the out of bounds now. I forgot that you implemented that yesterday.
All right, so we're gonna crash into the truck here with said cow. You're gonna notice like the reflections are all really weird. It is a miracle that this PC port not only exists, but also functions on Windows 11. That was probably our biggest fear coming into this was, can we get Rabbids Go Home on PC to run on Windows 11? And it runs great. It's like actually hilarious.
Oh yeah, I'm just glad we don't have to do any like flashing warnings, because I was looking at some old runs on SRC and some of the textures were like seriously messed up. So I'm glad that everything's like working as intended.
Yeah, so they put a bomb on the cow's head. Don't worry about it. We'll get that taken care of once we flush the cow down the toilet. But
I'm going to take this real carefully.
We're kind of going into the mid-game gauntlet now, where we're going to be going through 3 really difficult levels back-to-back. We've got JPD, or Just Plain Dumb, into Backwater Rabbids, into Bubble Bed Blues.
Ooh, Just Plain Dumb's next?
Yeah, Just Plain Dumb is
this
next.
level's great. This is like the best movement level in the entire game.
Yeah.
So many bois boosts, so many fight skips. It's a treat. You're going to love this.
This might be the single level that got me into running this game when I saw it.
I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah.
Wabu Central, pretty much.
So we're gonna start by going to the right here, because there is a cutscene that plays when you pick up that first traffic cone. We call that respecting the pouch, because there's a similar cutscene that plays when you pick up a certain Capri Sun pouch in Whacker Rabbids, actually. We forgot to show that off, dang it. Oh well.
Oh yeah.
That would have been funny. Yeah, there's a snaking in this game is actually pretty tricky. It doesn't look like it, but like there's a lot of like very specific like stick angles that you have to like manage to snake while also not like losing momentum. There's like a really fine art to it, and it's really fun to master.
Oh yeah, and if you're carrying the XL object, it makes it even trickier.
Yeah. Luckily for us, a lot of the XL items in this port just happen to be in places where we're already by the exit, or we can bypass them.
Okay, let's see if Jaxler gets his fight skip.
Nice.
And
then we got a clip out. Nice. That was a really fast clip.
Nice.
Yeah, and because he did that, you're going to notice that the level's going to be kind of at a diagonal camera angle, because normally you go into like a loading zone and loads this area, so the camera's going to be messed up for a while.
Nice.
Oh, I missed my bois, unfortunately, so.
Okay, we got a trickier bois boost coming after this.
Yeah, you need a lot of height there. Nice. That skips hitting the button. It probably would have been just faster at that point for me to go for the normal way.
Okay, let's see. You only got 1 shot at this.
I get 1 shot at this fight skip.
Nice. Very good.
Okay, let's see if we can get the triple. Oh, wait, let's see if
that triple is not happening, but I believe.
Okay, let's see if you get the triple.
Oh, it's not even in position.
Okay.
I got a double. That's fine.
We take a
Okay,
double.
move them. Okay, let's see. Vaen, can you get the triple? Oh, kind of close.
Almost. I thought about taking some time to line it
Yeah.
up, but
I was doing an IL of this in the practice room earlier, and I hit the one in the middle, but not the other 2. I was so miffed. I was pissed off, but
got run over by the plane a little bit.
We're also gonna see the pipes here. This is like the only level it really comes up in, where you just go through the pipes and you can bois to change some of the elbow pipes. You see it a lot more on the Wii version, but we don't really have to deal with it here. We got another bois boost here, and then we are gonna go ahead and there's gonna be a mini boss fight that we have to do, and then we're gonna take the radio antenna. There is a clip that you can do. I'm not going to go for it, but it saves like 4 seconds. So shout outs to Coco Dog, who like nails it consistently. That dude is a madman. We'll talk a bit more about Coco Doggo probably later.
Absolute beast of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're gonna manipulate this mini boss into just running into the corner. Every time we boost into an enemy, it instantly strips them of all of their clothing, which acts as an insta kill. And that's gonna be in the end of JPD. All right.
Nice.
Okay, and now we've got a huge skip coming up here, kind of a tricky skip here. One of the biggest level skips in a run, Backwater Rabbids skip.
Yeah, probably the single hardest trick.
Yeah, I'll take the reins explaining this because Jaxler is going to go for a harder variation that saves 20 seconds, while Vaen is going to play it safe. So what Jaxler's going to do, there's a ramp just after the water. So what he's going to do is he's going to take the ramp boost backwards and try to go underneath, because going off that boost in the water, it will make you go underwater and try to go underneath the inflatable, release the boost, and it makes him go up there. So now he's going to do some tricky out-of-bounds movement. He has to keep on charging and snaking around in the out-of-bounds, otherwise he falls in the void. But normally you can go past this room. Okay, Vaen got it.
Okay.
So this room past here, is going to be where Vaen will clip back inbounds to get the XL object, but Jaxler's going to do some tricky movement to try to skip the XL object. Did he get it? Beautiful!
Oh!
That was beautiful.
That was like perfect. Getting that bois boost as you boost out of the water there is so hard.
Yeah.
It's so rough.
No, I did not trust going for that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be at a bit of a deficit here, but it's far from over. We definitely have a lot of make or break
Because this level, Bubble Bed Blues, can be a great equalizer because it's also a water movement level with some tricky bois boosts. There's like one really tricky one at the beginning that if you mess up, you're going to basically have to restart. But it's not too big of a penalty, really.
So there's those two again. Their love story has progressed further, I suppose. Don't worry about it. Like, I would tell you to play the game to find out, but I'm not even sure that would be helpful enough. So just trust me that they're doing fine.
Okay, Jackson's going to go for a bois boost right here.
Yes.
And that skips a huge portion here. This might seem like, oh, just a little bit.
I missed the cycle, but that's fine. You just don't want to fall in the water. That's a one.
Yeah, that skips a lot more than you think, but also a lot trickier than you think.
Yeah, to put it into perspective, if you miss that, it is faster to restart the level and watch this cutscene again and go for it again.
Yeah.
And then luckily for us, we get a checkpoint right here. I do a bois midair just to make that area a little safer. Some of these ramps that we'll see, it's really unsafe. And then right here, we will. I will shut up for a moment here.
Okay, this is a really tricky one. He has to go in the corner and bois. Okay, you got that.
First try? Holy crap!
That is a lot harder than you
That's
think.
big.
Because when you land on that, you have to let go of the accelerate button and just shimmy alongside that wonky collision there.
I lived.
Oh yeah, that ramp has a random chance of just sending you flying
the
for no
proxy?
reason.
I got the proxy.
Oh
I didn't
my-
get enough height to do the fast strat, but I lived.
Yeah, that's just completely random. It just happens randomly. I never saw that in practice, so.
Yeah. It's so sketch. You have to be ready for it.
Yeah, this ramp is really sketchy. You have
nice.
to boost here.
Yeah. Good job, Vaen. I saw that out of like the corner of my eye.
Oh, that was good improv right there.
So that skip that Vaen did, you actually have to let go of the run button, otherwise you like slip off the collision. It's really funky.
See here, I'll do you one better. I tap the run button a bit.
Oh.
That's kind of how I learned it. I don't know exactly, but I mean it works for me. So
Oh, I
Every
would have
copy
had the
of Rabbids
double
Go Home
there
is personal.
if the
Oh,
game
okay.
gave me a boost charge, but
Unlucky, one jump.
Unlucky. I'm gonna attempt to go for a strat that has been absolutely bodying me in practice. But hopefully at least one of us hits it. It's like
Yeah, we got
totally
a
fine.
really swag.
It might boost input. That's okay.
Yeah,
if they don't hit it.
if you manage to charge the boost mid-air and then release a bois boost the first time, you could just fly over the spiked ones there. It's a really good time save.
Yeah, and this movement room right here is also just really sick. That ramp right there actually will give you a free boost charge for some reason. Very few ramps work like that, so I'm gonna wait on this cycle just for safety.
Okay, Vaen, let's see if you get the bois boost. No.
Yeah, you also.
my
it ate
turbo
your
didn't
boost.
come out.
I was wondering why it did that.
All right,
It's
so
all
I'm
good.
just gonna go under these real quick. Try and all right, you know.
Please go around.
Okay.
Please go around.
I will just go around.
Also, another banger of a line from Barney here. So if you hold into this corner, you can just go underneath that. And then LunaticJ, do you want to explain this real quick?
Okay, so Jaxler did a small corner cup up that ramp. It might not seem like much, but because he cut the ramp, that means these inflatables don't pop up, and he could just ride them up instead of having to do the slow cannonball Rabbid. Oh, yeah, you're not exiting out yet.
Yeah, not yet. No, I'm so used
Yeah,
to
take your finger
usually
off the trigger,
bubble
buddy.
bed. Yeah, the bubble bed levels are usually kind of like, once we get the XL object, it's kind of just like practicing the route. Also, I want to shout out Vaen for telling me to do this strat. I didn't realize you could just do this, and I would always like take the ramp.
Yeah, I mean, I just got that from Cocodago.
Yeah. Once again, shout outs to Cocodago. So I did something a little bit different here on this flight where I actually land on the water platforms for a little extra speed. Like LunaticJ said, you really want to maximize your ground time as much as possible. And you get a little like extra speed if you use like the slip and slide platform here. I'm going to boost off of here. That's going to get me up and over here.
Nice.
And then with some of these ramps, if you boost early enough, you can kind of get an extended boost. You can't bois boost while, I don't think we mentioned that, you cannot bois boost while you have this XL object equipped. But yeah, otherwise not too much going on. There's going to look like a couple of jumps that look kind of dicey, but don't worry about it. We know what we're doing.
It's chill.
We're big chillin'.
We're
Yeah,
gamers.
so now would be some time to read a couple donations.
Yeah, probably 3 or 4.
Oh yeah, I've got them. First, we've got a $5 donation from the Maverick Girl who says, can we get a $5 dono train to respect the pouch? And I would absolutely love to see a pouch respecting $5
please.
donation train. Can we do that at 30 minutes? And can those donations go towards upgrade Warp Tank Gold to Cherry? We are only about $2,000 away from meeting that. That is so close. UFO 50 is our next run, so we really want to get that met. Let's get that dono train going. Bwah! We've also got $5 from Anarchy, who says, shout out the win to meet. Also, hi, Vaen from Anarchy and Laszlo on the back couch. We love you, twins.
That's a deep cut that only true gamers will know.
We've also got $50 from Corundabcore, who says, hi,
this is
Jax,
scary.
Ruby here.
Oh, no.
I know you've been wanting to show
okay.
off this
Okay,
run for a
good.
while, and I'm so glad it's finally here.
Yeah.
Good luck on the run, and as always, shout out to the SRROC crew.
Shout out
Donation
to
goes
Rochester,
to
baby.
Runner's Choice.
Thank you so much, Ruby. Ruby's like my best friend. Thank you so much for always supporting me. Hopefully we'll catch you at another one of these in person. What's the next level? Oh, it's time for this.
Oh, we got the greatest level one of the greatest
All right.
levels in video game history. You're gonna love this audience. You're
I
in
don't
for a
got-
treat with
I don't
this
got
one.
too much going on my end while I get right
Yeah.
into
This is just unhinged level. This is one of the most
Yeah,
unhinged level in the game. It's amazing.
Be ready.
You are not. You think
That's
you're
it for me.
prepared.
All right, so they're gonna
You're not
go.
prepared.
They're gonna be in the plane stowaway.
I'm just gonna shut up while this cutscene plays. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can let it ride.
Thank you for choosing Titanic Air.
All right, so they're gonna go Sonic Adventure 2 mode. Talk about low budget flights, no food or movies, and they're out of there. They're just gonna
Yeah.
start bashing the jet engine.
Yeah.
They need it. It's logical. It makes sense.
Yeah, and they're off.
This is also one of my favorite parts of the
Yeah.
cutscene. Just the way the camera pans.
Yeah.
This actually happened at Pittsburgh International the other day. This happened to my buddy Eric.
So normally, we don't care about collecting objects in levels, but here, we want to collect as many objects as possible because it gives us a small boost each time, including these people. These people are just going to be shredded through this engine just so we can go faster.
Yeah, it's akin to, again, Mario Kart 8, where, if you pick up a coin, you get a small little boost. It doesn't increase your top speed or anything fancy like that, but funny reference.
Yeah.
You want to try and route it as
So
much
I
as
guess
possible.
people are coins now, or vice versa.
I guess.
Maybe.
If you want to go to that.
Kind of a major lore bomb, but you know how it goes. But yeah, no, we just get to ride a jet engine through an airport, and it's great. So we have one fight in here where we're gonna grab the Verminators here. They're not even gonna try to put up a fight.
Yeah, they're just scared of us. So if the regular people are just coins, these are mushrooms. Every time we suck up one of these Verminators, we can just use them as a boost. And boom.
Just burn them, just straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're big chilling through here as well. So coming up there in the second Verminator fight in this level, we will be doing a small skip in order to basically they made the fight trigger not big enough, so you can just scoot around the outer edge of the room and just avoid it, no biggie. So at this point, we're just kind of vibing here. So Satan, I hope you're enjoying this as well, because this is some of the most I love this game so much.
It's so
I am enjoying it so much. Trust me. I am so glad that you all encouraged me to go in blind. I've got some incredible donations here, like a $1,000 donation.
Yo!
Thank you so much for your generosity. Absolutely incredible. We've also got some donators hopping on that $5 train. We've got $5 from Lily's Dark Materials, who said, I heard there's a dono train. Let's give it a boost.
All right, so what Jaxler did there is there was a second Verminator fight, but you can ride around the edge of the room to skip the fight trigger, and it also skips this intense segment where the Verminator launches a bomb onto the Rabbids, and you have a limited time to just not crash in there and reach the level before the bomb explodes. But okay, both of them hit it. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Nice little
That's
save.
not a huge time loss if you miss it, but emotionally, it's devastating
Exactly.
if you miss it.
Yeah.
So
Ooh, I ran into one of the fans. That's rare.
Yeah, that would be devastating if you actually had the bomb on you, because
Yeah.
that loses time.
Yeah, other than just kind of maneuvering, you're just kind of holding one button. So
all right, so now we're going into Super Racket, which used to be a good movement level, but pretty as far as like this game's movement levels go, pretty normal, pretty chill. Until last night, I figured out that so Coco Doggo discovered a cutscene skip in this level, but could not replicate it. And I figured out a way to replicate it. So we're both actually going to go for it. First time this has ever probably been done RTA, which is really cool. So what we're gonna attempt to do is boost off of the roof and then bois at an early timing so that we're essentially riding the kill plane as we enter a cutscene, and hopefully that will trigger the fight and give us a checkpoint. So we'll see if I get this here. If not, no biggie. So you're gonna hear them die.
Nice.
You're gonna hear the ding, that means I got it. Nice.
Very
And
nice.
so that's going to skip actually a fairly long cutscene. And we're gonna pick up those doggos. Sorry, the doggos need to go in our cart. You're gonna see Vaen go for it in a second. And then we have a Verminator here. So there's like, I think it's like a 10-second cut. It's pretty significant. I managed to hit it like during our like main practice race the other day.
Okay, nice. You got it too.
Yeah, I definitely think you got it. Oh, you didn't get it?
What?
Okay.
How did that not work?
I might have bought a little
I think
late.
I think you bought
So,
late.
We
But
get, we get to see the cutscene. We get to see the
Yeah.
Verminators. They're all running away, but then they just throw the dogs back down.
yeah. The nice thing about that skip though is that if you miss it, it's kind of risk-free because you just hit the cutscene anyway.
Might as well.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful. Sometimes like that like toy like Barbie doll that walks around can get close to you, and if you pick that up, you activate a cutscene as well. I'm gonna right here boost into a specific position. I unfortunately didn't get the manip. What I'm trying to do there is avoid him climbing up on there because I can't really reach him when he does that. So this level is actually just really short, and that happens to be because this is kind of a level where you're intended to like do it not like non-linearly, but it's like pretty open-ended, and you can kind of get a bunch of XS items. Normally in the game progression, you're supposed to, in addition to the XL items, get these XS items, which are used to get additional feet on your pile to the moon, and that unlocks new levels from the hub world. But because this is all missions and also the PC port, that doesn't really matter. So we're already at the end of this level here. So we are going into, I would argue, sleeper hit for one of the hardest levels in the run, which is Till Rabbids Do Us Cart. It is the final of the bubble bed levels, and so we're gonna see the conclusion of the storyline here. It's also just one of my favorite levels in the game. Like, the level design is just super sick.
Good vibes, for sure.
The vibe, well, the vibes are good in a funny way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in the Wii version, this level is probably the hardest to get 100% on because in these levels, like when you're playing the Wii version, you notice these tuba Rabbids. That's usually where you drop off your stuff so that if you die, the stuff doesn't get lost. But there's none of them in this level, and it's really, really intense. Like, this level has so many hidden junk in like places that you wouldn't think to look. So when 100%ing this, it can be like really, really tough. But we're not worried about that in this run, thankfully.
So this, actually, do you mind covering this section right here? This is like really tricky.
Okay,
here.
yes. First off, we have to beat this turret. We have to snake along this narrow path and hit it with 3 bombs. Boom. And then we ride the water all the way back. We want to make sure not to miss the bomb and not to fall in the water too early.
I'm playing this a little risky as well by boosting into the bomb. If you do that, sometimes you can actually knock the bomb away and you basically have to wait another cycle. Okay, that was like a remote
bumped you a
pickup.
little
That was very funny.
Long arms.
And then after this, Jaxler is going to snipe this Vermitop from a distance, because normally you have to strip these 5 wedding attendees, and then the Verminator will come to fight.
Come on.
But we want to
There we go.
aggro this Verminator, so that way we can take it out to save some cutscenes.
Oh, I missed him.
Or rather, to skip some cutscenes, rather. So we just got a bunch of people in these Verminator
This
suits
is like the
by
slowest.
this point, yeah.
This is like the slowest fight of all. Where did he go? There you are.
Yeah, the Rabbids are pretty mad because they did not follow the dress code. I mean, Verminator suits, Santa Claus, this is a black tie event. What are they doing?
Where did Santa go? Oh my God, I'm getting juked so hard by Santa right now. So yeah, Santa just pulled up to the function, and like I just find that so Santa actually takes 3 hits, and you have to time those hits individually as well, or he will still have iframes. I don't know why Santa Claus has iframes, but this is just the world we live in Rabbids Go Home.
He's got like super armor.
Yeah, so Nurse Betty and Barney are actually getting married. So we crash their wedding and steal Barney one more time for good measure. I'm gonna be going for something kind of risky here. I'm gonna be going
I can't believe you do
Yeah,
this.
I know. I'm gonna be going for a bit of a shortcut where I'm going to land on this this thing that just says gamble. I don't really know gambling.
Yeah. Ooh, that's kind of scary.
Nice. Okay, you see how tight that is? Yeah. That like saves
not so
enough
safe.
time to make it worth risking is kind of the logic there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a slightly safer route and go for this platform on the right. Still on.
Yeah, this level is just so cool. Like, just like the vibes and like there's literally no other level that looks like this. And that's at the end of a game with like, how many freaking missions? Like 40?
It's 37 in the Wii version.
37. Okay.
Yeah,
And
but
that's like not counting like
yeah,
the
a lot of them repeat the same environments. Like some are the same factory, some of them are the same mall. The
They
same
all
office
play
building,
different
the
though, is the
hospital.
fun part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's such a worth game to pick up. It's on Wii, so it's like dirt cheap, which is a crime because this game is so good. I feel like people see the games I run and are like, oh, that's probably dog water. But no, this game is like,
It's peak.
it's peak. It's
Yeah.
literally peak.
And even though the Wii version's a bit longer to run, this PC version is just that perfect length, under an hour. And it's a pretty accessible to get nowadays because it is an abandonware PC
Yeah.
port. So if you're interested in getting this game, the PC port to run, you could just join the Rabbids Go Home Discord and we're more than happy to help you out.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm going to do a little more win stacking here so I don't end up having to use one of my jumps here. And then we're going to do some really big leaps of faith here.
Yeah, these platforms are a bit finicky to try and get your turbo.
Oh, and it ate my turbo. Nice.
yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, charging the turbo with the bubble bed takes longer than normal too.
Yeah, so those two things combined, it's just like, it's very strange. You got to be real careful about it.
Yeah, and this one right here. So I'm going for a bit of an alternate strat now just because I end up having... Please give me a boost. Thank you.
Yeah, that took way too long.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a little dicey. We're good.
All right.
And then there's like this like space rocket thing that's just chilling in the middle of like the Vegas skyline. And it has this weird property where it kind of speeds you up while you're mid-air. So you can actually use that momentum and get a bit further. The way it works is like you're supposed to rotate it, but we're gonna skip most of the rotating.
I think I've got
Yeah.
this corner cut.
And they have all these hot coils on them. So, like, who's designing this? Like, who's going to be running on top of this other than Rabbids? Do they design them
you
to
know.
be anti-Rabbids? Just
in
precautionary?
case.
Just in case, you know.
You never know when a couple of rabbits in a shopping cart might just come through.
So we have a couple more tricky snaking patterns here at the end of this level where it's a really narrow platform, and we do that just because we get a really quick boost over here. There's a bit of a wider one over here. But at this point, the music's going to cue in. But Satan, this would be a really great time for, I'd probably say, 2 or 3 messages.
Oh, absolutely. So, chat, I want to let y'all know that your $5 hype train has done an incredible job, but we aren't quite there yet. We've got under $600 to go, just under $600 to go for upgrading Warp Tank Gold to Cherry. Chat, do you want to race alongside Vaen and Jaxler? Let's see who can go faster. Can we meet this upgrade Warp Tank Gold to Cherry incentive by the end of this run? Remember, when you put your donation in, to scroll down to the bottom and click that incentive when you donate. I think we can get it, so let's do it.
We've only got about like 3 levels left after.
Yeah,
this
it's
run is
quick, but
coming
we
up
can
fast.
absolutely do it, chat. I believe in you. We've also got $15 from Lori D. Bunnykins, who says, "Hi, Jaxler. Hi, Vaen. Best of luck on the race. I'm very excited to see my wife's boyfriend's favorite game get run." Also, I flipped a coin and it landed on tails, so I'm rooting for Vaen to win.
Why do I
Bracket.
lose half the time?
Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going into high stakes now. This is usually a level, so the nice thing about all missions is you can actually route the levels in any order you wish. So a lot of times the runners will do the hardest levels kind of up front. And this is kind of a doozy to put kind of at the end of this route, but we figured it would be more fun to like mix in a lot of the challenging levels like throughout the game. So LunaticJ, do you mind covering the skip that we're gonna try to do here?
Right, we got high stakes stake because before we get skip rather, this is another cow chase level, but we normally have to collect 5 pipes in order to progress, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do a blah boost off these stairs and through the window. It's a really tight timing. Yeah, of course, you're not going to get first try a lot of the time. It's really, really hard.
Oh, nice,
Nice,
second
okay.
try. That's really good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
It is so easy to just get like absolutely walled by that trick, so.
But because we skipped that that whole pipe collecting segment, we never activate this cow chase, so we can just stroll to the end.
Yeah, this would
Obviously,
normally be like Miami with the little meter on the side, but we didn't hit the trigger, so we're just chilling.
Yeah, and it still allows us to complete the level
Oh, I
at the
thought I
end
got
once
first
we
try.
hit the ramps.
The game has a habit of giving you like
Okay,
Nice.
got it.
second try.
All right.
We're kind of going band for band on a lot of these levels.
Band
It's
for
pretty
band
sick.
a little bit. It was really just, what was it, like, Bubblehead, Backwater, but I forget.
Nick of Time.
Nick of Time, yeah, that's what it was. Well, no, we were even. Kind of forget, everything's just been kind of a blur.
Yeah.
Bois.
This has been so much
whatnot.
freaking fun.
It's been great.
There's a lot of really scary projectile rabbit shots, so that's a mechanic that you have. It's a lot more intuitive on the Wii version of the game.
Yeah,
you use the
because
Wii
the
remote.
lore in Rabbids Go Home Wii is that there's a rabbit in the Wii remote. Like the game starts, it shows unidentified object in your Wii remote, and you see the rabbit in there. But since this is a PC version and we don't have a Wii remote, they map the controls, I think, to the mouse after you hit Alt. If you're using keyboard, but on a controller, it's like the right stick, and it's kind of awkward to control.
Yeah, you can also play this on keyboard.
Yeah, Coco Doggo runs on keyboard and
Yep.
PC.
Yeah, which is makes some stuff really hard, but it also makes some of the stuff he does like way more consistent, like some of the 180 clips.
Yeah.
Which luckily we don't have any more of. There is technically one more out of bounds clip that we could be doing, but we have agreed to not do it because it sucks and it's turbo inconsistent. So we're actually going to show you what the level looks like, not casually because we're going to be wah boosting everywhere, but like in a more casual sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a minute long because it's only like, it already skips an already very short level in the run. Like this level was only like a minute and a half before the skip was found.
Roughly,
Yeah. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a weird route here where we're going to start with this one to the left, and then instead of just kind of going around in a circle, which is kind of like the old school way of doing it, I figured out that you can get a Bois boost over here and sandwich this Santa right here. Every red pipe in this level is guarded by a Santa.
Yep.
So I don't know which one is the real one, but probably not any of them, frankly.
I think all their names are Joe. It's also
I kid you not. Yeah, we got the voice line. There's just, this game is so, obviously, like, we're a rabbit screaming at people, but, like, this game's just writing and sense of humor.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's kind of funny that Santa's an NPC because I got this for Christmas in 2009 as a kid and played it for 7 hours straight. I don't know how my parents
so
let me do
real
that
for
on
that.
Christmas Day. And when Santa NPC showed up, I thought that it only showed up because I played it on Christmas.
All right, so I just went ahead and grabbed all of those. I'm going to go for kind of a weird Bois boost where you kind of do it off the side of the slope there. It's a little funky to do it, like, the fastest way. Get one off of that one. And then we hop into here. This is going to launch us into here. If we did the main speedrun strat, we would have just clipped right to the extra large object. And a lot of these extra large objects that are in this run, you just grab them and it just teleports you to the end here. So we are on the final mission now. This is totally tubing. I'm going to probably shut up for the rest of the run. So I'll just probably mention this as well, but time will come up when we break the wall at the end of the final mission. But we still got like another minute or so of level coming up. So LunaticJ, it's all you.
All right, totally tubing. This is another gimmick level that appears twice in the Wii version. Once here, where we are in this inflatable tire and we are just riding down this mountain and bouncing off of these walls. It starts off with the easy section because you're doing your bois with a super rebound, and then you get into some cacti. But unlike most of the game where our health is light bulbs, which is representative of the rabbits having ideas, and when they run out of light bulbs, they run out of ideas.
They get mad.
They get really angry.
But as you can see, there's no ideas here because the main idea is the tube itself, and if you get poked by any of the cacti, it just pops and you die. No room for error.
Be one with the tube.
Be one with the tube.
So this level has like really interesting risk versus reward movement where you can take like some really tricky like movements like in between these cacti. I think Jaxler might be going.
I think I'm,
here.
you know,
You feeling brave?
I'm feeling brave, even though it could cost
I'm
me the
also feeling
race.
brave.
I think we have to for the people.
We really do.
So the hardest skip in this level is coming up. I'm gonna try to avoid a rebound here, and if I set it up right, even if I miss it, I'll get a
let's see.
checkpoint. Yes, let's go!
Now, that looked like a simple slide to the left, but that is way harder than it looks as you're going so fast down that hill. Ooh, that was really close.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
very
you're playing
dodgy.
it safe here.
We've both had like really, really good runs. I like really want to see what our final times are at the end of this. We've been like
I looked up, I believe we're around like, maybe
that
at, like
was
a
close.
48.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I don't want to look up because I don't want to like.
I haven't even looked
I
up.
don't want to be distracted driving here.
Chad, that means, by the way, you do not have a whole lot of time to beat these two runners to upgrade
Yeah, and the
Warpig
level's
Gold
coming
Cherry.
very
We
soon,
have
by the way.
less than $300 to go. Vaen and Jaxler, how long do they have?
Okay, get ready on
Time
time.
is coming up.
Get ready on time for
Get ready
Jaxler.
on time for me. Ready and time.
Nice.
Oh my God.
That was a 47.
That's nuts. That's a really good time.
GG's. Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
That's absolutely insane. That's
Vaen, you're gonna get like a low 48. Well,
Yeah.
make sure you hit the rebound, obviously, but oh my God.
yeah, that's like been our best like race like out of like any practice we've done.
Yeah, only problem, Vaen.
Get ready for time for Vaen.
And
Time. Yeah, let's go.
GG's over.
That was way better
Let's
than the
go.
practice run. Other than you missing Nick of Time skip, this is better than practice. Both of you got like low 49s in the practice room today. So
which, by the way, is still a really good time.
That's still
So
really good.
We
Yeah.
kind of popped off.
we killed it.
yeah,
Yeah,
this went beautifully.
Oh my
All
God.
right, you want to do your shout outs?
I have a lot, so if you want to go first.
Okay, it's insane to be up here after not even being into speedrunning for even that long comparatively. So I'm just super grateful for this opportunity to be up here and kind of show off a childhood favorite a little bit. Just shout out to the RGH Discord if you want to join. Obviously,
Yeah.
set up. It's a fun run. Shout out to everyone on the back couch. Everyone.
Yeah, you all were
You all
loud.
came in.
Oh my
Yeah, you all
God.
came on.
Wow.
It grew inside.
I am very pleased with the turnout.
Let's go, Bingo.
Let's go, Bingo!
Let's go, Bingo.
Shout out to everyone watching from home, all my friends at home in other Discords and whatnot. Yeah, I think that'll do it for me.
You want to go next?
Yeah, I'm LunaticJ. I'll be on Echoes of Wisdom later in the week as a bonus game. So when that becomes an incentive, make sure to donate for that. I'll be like a commentator, but I'm also on backup for that. Also check out my YouTube channel. I do speedrun explained and like documentary videos, and I might be making a video on the history of this category. Maybe in a few days releasing, maybe. Possibly. So if you want to learn more about the history of this category, tune in for that.
Yeah, the rabbit hole, pun intended, for this game goes like, okay.
Fair enough.
Someone just saying, good one, really loud. That hurt.
True fan.
Yeah, so I'll just get some shout outs out of the way. First of all, I want to shout out Coco Doggo, who found so much of the stuff you just saw in this run. He currently, I think, has record sweep in this game on both Wii and PC.
I believe so.
He is just a monster at this game, super awesome, and just super helped me learn a lot of stuff when I was learning the run. So I just want to give Coco Doggo a huge shout out. I want to shout out Ames as well, another really talented runner, found a lot of stuff that you saw in this run too. Shout outs to the both of them. Shout outs to everyone else in the Rabbids Discord.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all so much. I also want to shout out these two as well. LunaticJ for killing it on his first GDQ couch appearance.
Yeah.
And Vaen as a first time first time GDQ in person
GDQ.
runner. So you absolutely killed it. I know you were really nervous going into this.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing the stage with me. This was the
Thank you
best.
for showing me this game.
You're welcome.
welcome.
If you have a
sounded
problem with Vaen being on here, my fault.
Yeah,
Sorry.
thank you for getting this run in and helping me rediscover a childhood favorite of mine.
But yeah,
it.
like I said, if you ever need help, want to learn this game, just shoot us one of us a message. We'd be more than happy to help you. But we're gonna get out of the way here. Thank you so much for letting us do Rabbids Go Home at like a really reasonable time. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for checking out Rabbids Go Home. Enjoy the rest of the week. It's gonna be great. Peace, everybody.
Later.